I have the latest flagship launch from Sony, that is the Xperia Z3 Plus. This is a successor of the very successful Xperia Z3 which Sony launched last year. Now, if I go to the design of the device, it's an omni-balanced device that Sony has always stuck to. A very flat glass panel at the back, no bulging of the camera, and the corners look interesting because these have a chrome finish on the corners, and Sony says that these absorbs shock as well if by chance they fall down. If talking about the display, Sony claims that this is the world's brightest display with 700 candela brightness luminosity, and yeah, at times it looks like that. Let me show you something. So the display looks vivid, and it can reproduce all colors really well. So if you see the reds, the greens, all are reproduced really well. So Sony has included the Triluminos technology that the Bravia television has, and yeah, it really looks amazing if you have a hands on this phone. Let's come to the processor. The phone has a Snapdragon 810 octa-core processor with 2 quad-core cores, which is clocked at 2 GHz and 1.5 GHz each. So yeah, it's really smooth. There are a few games which are already pre-installed in the phone: the Asphalt 8, Spider-Man Ultimate, Real Football, and I'm sure that the processor will be really good enough to give you a very smooth experience with these games. Talking about the battery, the phone has a 2930 mAh of battery, and yeah, as many of its devices, Sony claims that it has a 2-day battery life. One interesting add-on to the device is the quick charge, which will be bundled with the phone in the box. And yeah, with the quick charger, the Z3 Plus can give 5.5 hours of backup merely with 10 minutes of charging, and yeah, it can go along for 2 days with 45 minutes of charge. So yeah, that's a big add-on, the Z3. Talking about the front camera, yeah, the front camera has been upgraded. Earlier this was a 2 megapixel camera with the Z3, and yeah, this one has a 5 megapixel camera. So yeah, it's a major upgrade over the previous version. If you go to the back camera has a lot of applications which Sony is always talking about, a whole lot of applications that you can play with. One new add-on in the front camera is, it has been upgraded to 5 megapixel, and it has a superior auto mode, which was not there in the back camera, front camera earlier. So yeah, you can click really nice pictures with around 52 modes of scene recognition. The Xperia Z3 Plus comes with a very unique adaptive display. If you go into settings, you will find, go into display, you can find adaptive brightness. So it is switched off right now, so I'm switching it on. So as per the light conditions, the brightness of the device changes, and yeah, if as and when this light condition improves, the image quality is automatically enhanced. So I have a flashlight on another Xperia Z3 Plus, and I would just put flashlight on the sensor that the Xperia Z3 Plus has, and we can see how the image changes. So yeah, so if you go in bright sunlight, yeah, the complete different experience of the image, and yeah, inside, yeah, it will definitely slowly and gradually it will come down. Again, if I bring the flashlight on the sensor, it is completely enhanced. The best part of the image enhancement is that the already bright parts are not washed out. The only areas which need light are the ones which get highlighted. So let me put it exactly on the sensor, and you can see. Yeah, the white areas are not washed out, but the other areas come out more bright and vivid. That is the adaptive display of the Xperia Z3 Plus. That is pretty much about the device, and yeah, looks very premium, and yeah, really nice to get a hands on. Maybe we'll once we review this further, we can share more details. Let's before we close down, let's see the sound output of the device. which is pretty decent. If I go to check the video quality, this is again, as I told you, Sony has used Triluminos in this device, and the color reproduction of the device is really amazing. Even low light is coming out really good on the device. This is powered by the Exmor sensor, which both the front and the back camera have. So yeah, even the display, camera, battery, design on all fronts, the Xperia Z3 Plus is at par with other flagships.
For latest news and reviews of gadget and games, visit www.techmagnifier.com.